Good evening, I'm Ursa Ryan, and welcome to my mini tutorial on Skyrim. I'm going to be showing you guys how to train up Sneak very quickly to level 100, and to use its legendary rollover to level yourself up very quickly. It's a really good way of getting levels, which will allow you to buy lots and lots of points on all the trees that you want. Now, you can see at the moment, I've only done this once so far, because this is my character that I've been doing my playthrough on, but I will show you how to do this. Now, the first thing you've got to do is come to where I am now. These are the Guardian Stones, and these are right near, you've got Riverwood here, you've got Helgen here, so you should appear very close to here, well you should appear in Helgen right when you start Skyrim. So the Guardian Stones is literally one of the first things you do once you leave Helgen and you've fought with Dragon and all that sort of thing. Now when you come to the Guardian Stones, what you need to do is you need to activate the Thief Stone. Now the Thief Stone makes stealth skills level 20% faster. Now you don't have to keep this for the whole game, but for the purposes of what we're doing at the moment, we need to use the Thief Stone to train up all of our sort of green skills. You can see all the green background, the sneaking skills, which includes, most importantly, the sneak ability. Now, let me go fast travel to somewhere that we can show you what to do. 1 second. And here we are. What I've done is I've come to a little off room, you can see just here, in the Thieves Guild. I thought where better to train Sneak than at the Thieves Guild. So, as you can see at the moment, if you've seen my playthrough before, Sneak is my main skill. Everything I do in the game is based around Sneak. Now, when a skill gets to 100 on Skyrim, you can see at the top there, we've got, if I press Y, I've got the option to make the skill legendary. Now, what that does is it actually makes the skill worse. You can't go above 100, and that's a very important distinction to make. If you do this, you've got to follow it through all the way. When you make a skill legendary, I will show you, it will set it to 15 and return all the perks that you've spent on it. Now, you can see, at the moment, if I go into the Sneak skill, I've spent 5 perks on Stealth, I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've put the maximum of about 13 perks into Sneak. It really is a good skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it legendary. Yep, here we go. It gives you lots and lots of sort of get-outs to do it. And what you can see now is if I go back here, at the bottom there's sort of 2 little legendary symbols at the bottom, which tells you I've done this for the second time now. And most importantly, the Sneak skill is back at 15. Now, how am I going to get that back? Sneak is one of the easiest skills to grind in the game, and it actually works very well in conjunction with another few skills. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my magic, and I am going to summon using conjuration. Now, you need a little bit of conjuration to be able to do this. I would say maybe level 40 would be perfect to do this, but I think you could probably get away with it at level 30. We need an apprentice skill. What do you need to do in apprentice magic? I think normally about level 35, 40, that sort of area. However, other weaker spells will work. Things like Conjure Familiar, that sort of thing. But we're going to be using Conjure Flame Atronach. Is that right? I don't know how I pronounce it. But anyway, let's favourite that and put it to my left hand. I then, using my favourites menu, I'm going to equip a dagger in my right hand. Now, you can do this with any one-handed weapon. You can use a two-handed weapon if you want, but the quickest way is to keep the summoning skill in your left hand and the dagger in your right hand. I guess you can use two-handed if you want, but you're going to have to do a lot of switching. Now, what you then need to do is you need to sneak, and you need to stay sneaking for the whole period. Now, what you do is you simply take it in turns to summon a monster a fair distance away, but you've then got to make sure that it doesn't notice you. So the thing about sneaking generally is if something can detect you, you guess you'll get an eyeball in the middle of the screen when it, you know, the cursor changes and you can see it. When you summon things, that doesn't happen very often, especially when you're sneaking, so it's very difficult to tell whether something's seen you or not. And you can see here, the flame guy was looking at me. As I go around it, do you see, look, her face is watching me the whole time, clocked me. But if I go around the back and I stay nice and close, what I can do with my dagger is sneak attack. And do you see there, sneak attack for 3 damage, and already I've gone to sneak level 16. So what we do is we do this repeatedly. Now eventually, you've got to watch it. He will actually become aggressive. If you hit, I think normally a summoned creature will take about 3 or 4 hits before it becomes aggressive. So ideally what you want to do is sort of get in and get out of there as quickly as you possible. But what you can see is 2 sneak attacks. That's all I managed to get in there, but already my sneak skill is level 18. So let's just repeat this. What I'm going to do, let me just show you just how quickly you can do this by accelerating time. And there we go, 5 flame summons, and already my sneak skill is to level 28. So I've already gone up 13 skills just from 5 summoned creatures. Now, you may be thinking, there are a few things wrong. Now, hang on, let me just put this on health for a second. There are a few things wrong with this strategy. Ursa Ryan, you're not hitting every attack with a sneak attack, I know. The problem is I'm only level 15 on sneak, so every attack I make isn't going to be a successful sneak attack. As I get closer and closer to 100, more and more of my attacks will become sneak attacks and they will execute, so it accelerates in that fashion. The other problem you might say is, hang on Ryan, effectively they explode every time you kill them. That is very deliberate. I am deliberately summoning these flame people because A, the magic cost is low and you don't need a very high conjuration to do it, and B, when they explode you take damage and it actually trains up your light armor or heavy armor depending on what you're wearing at the time at the same time. So effectively I'm multitasking, I'm getting multiple different skills up at the same time. You can see in the space I've done it, my light armor has been going up a little bit. Mine's quite high, so it's going to take a little bit more damage than that to get it too much higher. But I have already got a skill in one-handed. So actually, it's happening really, really quickly. I'm training 3 skills up at the same time. And actually, I'm training up 4 skills up at the same time because my conjuration, which is already at level 80, is going to be going up and up every time I summon something and every time it takes damage and every time it dies. That all gives you more experience. Now, admittedly, apart from sneak, the other skills I'm training at the same time aren't going to be getting as much in the way of experience as, say, the sneak is. So one-handed and conjuration and light armor, they're not going to be going up as quickly as my sneak skill. But what I can do is train them all up at the same time. You can see, look, already I'm level 32. Effectively, this is just a sort of repeat and get all the way to level 100, but that's it. That's all the skill there is to doing that, and I guarantee you, within about 15 to 20 minutes, with a bit of practice, you can get a skill from level 15 to level 100. And what that means is that you can level up incredibly quickly. Now, if I were to go from sneak level 32 all the way to 100, I reckon I would get to about level 47 or 48. That's another 3 or 4 perks to use on the tree. So you can end up filling in your favourite skills incredibly quickly using this. Now, there is only one disclaimer I would say, and that is, if you level up really quickly, too quickly, in skills you're not going to use, so if you don't plan on using sneak on your character, or you're doing this too early in the game, having a high level will actually increase the difficulty of the monsters that spawn in the world around you. So if you go to bandit camps, or even skeletons and draugrs in the first, you know, caves and bits around the storyline, they will quickly become very powerful and they will kill you very quickly if your level is too high and you don't have the skills to back it up. So what I'll be doing is next time is I will be showing you how to level up very quickly at the start of the game in a way that would best suit the game. But anyway, I hope this helps. Honestly, 15 minutes is all it'll take to level up, and this is a skill. Obviously, this can be refined, and please leave in the comments if you can think of a better way of doing this or to speed it up. But I can guarantee you, you will be able to do this with any dagger, iron dagger upwards, and with any summoned creature, but the fire one is the best. So if you can get to about conjuration level 35 or 40, then that's perfect. That's all you need. You don't need any other prerequisites to do this. So thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If it's useful, leave a like. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, then please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!